Okay, so I got posted on my blog a little while back how irritated I was getting because I'm on all of these forums for polyamory people, and everybody kind of does things a little different, and it's kind of nice to hear how some people live their lives that are non-monogamous. I have been non-monogamous most of my life, and I've only been in 2 monogamous relationships, which ended poorly. But that's neither here nor there. The one thing that I've seen a lot about the way people do things on these forums is that one person will spout about how their non-monogamy is better than someone else's. For instance, one forum I have, there are a lot of what people call polyfi or polyfidelity, which is 3 or more people in a relationship together that's close, and they're not to date each other outside of that relationship. So basically it's like it's monogamy with a few more people. And they were talking about some of the things in the news about polygamy a while ago, and trashing on polygamists about how polygamy is always oppressive and how it should be illegal. And it just seems to me like it would be I don't know, you can't fight for a right for someone, it seems, for yourself, about multiple marriages and things like that for polyamory rights, and then tell someone that their form is wrong. And I was saying that, a lot of people should probably take some sociology classes and to try to understand how these people feel. If you feel it is integral to your internal salvation, and that's why you have a husband that has more than 1 or 2 wives, then that's fine. I'm sure those people don't feel oppressed because it's their religion. It's what they want to do. Leave them alone. They're not out telling me to do the same thing. And a lot of them, most of them don't practice marrying off 14-year-olds and stuff like that. And anyway, so it's completely trashing stuff, and it seems a little hypocritical to me. Somebody who says, well, I'm polyamorous and I'm in a triad and I have 2 wives and I'm a male and blah blah blah, or hi, I'm a wife to this man and this woman, and then not call themselves polyamorous. I mean, does that make sense? Or this is just crazy. And then on the other side, on some other forums, there are people who just date openly no matter who they want, whether their other partner knows or not, and this is kind of the other extreme, or sleeps with whoever they want. Has relationships with who they want. And they say that people that have certain limitations on their relationships with their partners is completely stifling, and it's, what's the word? Anyway, that it's too restrictive, that it shouldn't be that way, that it is oppressive. Maybe that was the word I was looking for. And I can't really agree with that. I think if you don't feel that you're being oppressed, then you're not being oppressed. It's why I get so sick with the governments of this country today, because they go in and try to free people that really don't need to be freed. There are some things that need to happen. But as far as people, if you go in and you start telling people you're coming in there to change the way that they live and to help them live a better, more democratic life, well, what if they don't want to? They're just going to become religious extremists or government extremists, or, and it causes things to just go completely wrong. And I just don't get it. I don't understand why people just can't step back and look at the big picture and understand if people are happy, you don't need to change them. If I don't expect everyone to have the same beliefs that I do, and I don't expect everyone to be non-Christian and polyamorous. I know I have lots of monogamous friends, and it works for them. It just doesn't work for me. So it's just kind of silly. It's silly that people just can't step back and accept people for who they are. I mean, I know a lot of people can, but they tend not to speak out as much because they don't have a problem. Anyway, maybe it's just me. It's just a little rant, but it does bother me. And there's so many negative connotations that people dish out to other people and don't realize what they're doing. Don't ask for rights and for everyone to accept you for who you are if you're not willing to accept others. It's just silly.